In a world that never stops talking, never stops scrolling, never stops demanding your attention, silence has become a superpower. Look around you. Everyone is chasing validation. Everyone is shouting to be seen. Everyone is reacting instead of thinking. But the ones who truly rise? They move differently. They are not the loudest in the room. They are not the ones seeking approval. They are not the ones constantly explaining themselves. They are the ones who understand something deeper. They follow what I call the Sigma rules for success. Fire rule number 1, move in silence, let results make the noise. In today's world, people announce everything. I'm starting a business. I'm going to the gym. I'm working on something big. But talking creates an illusion of progress. The Sigma mindset rejects that illusion. A Sigma doesn't announce. A Sigma executes. They don't need applause before the work is done. They don't seek motivation from others. Because they understand one simple truth. When you talk too much, you dilute your power. Silence builds focus. Silence builds discipline. Silence builds strength. And when results finally come, they speak louder than anything you could have said. Brain rule number 2, think independently in a world that follows. The world is full of noise, not just sound, but opinions. Everyone has advice. Everyone has a right way. Everyone is telling you what you should do. But most people are just repeating what they heard from someone else. A Sigma does not follow the crowd blindly. They question everything. They ask, does this actually make sense? Is this aligned with my goals? Or am I just doing what everyone else is doing? Because following the crowd leads to average results. And average is everywhere. Independent thinking is rare. And rare is where success lives. Crossed swords rule number 3, discipline over motivation. Motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel unstoppable. Other days, you feel nothing. If you rely on motivation, you will fail the moment it disappears. A Sigma understands this. They don't wait to feel like it. They act anyway. They show up when it's boring. They show up when it's hard. They show up when nobody is watching. Because discipline doesn't care about feelings. And success doesn't reward emotions, it rewards consistency. Puzzle piece rule number 4, detach from external validation. The noisy world runs on approval. Likes. Views. Comments. Praise. People measure their worth based on how others react to them. But a Sigma doesn't play that game. They don't need validation to feel valuable. They don't need attention to feel important. They don't depend on applause to keep going. Because the moment your happiness depends on others, you lose control of your life. A Sigma builds from within. They know who they are, even when nobody is watching. Hourglass not done rule number 5, protect your time like your life depends on it. Because it does. Time is the only thing you can never get back. Yet most people waste it. Endless scrolling. Pointless arguments. Toxic conversations. Distractions disguised as entertainment. A Sigma sees time differently. They treat it like a limited resource. They ask, is this moving me forward? Is this worth my energy? Is this aligned with my future? And if the answer is no, they walk away, without guilt. Because every yes to distraction is a no to your potential. Person in lotus position rule number 6, master emotional control. In a noisy world, people react instantly. They get angry fast. They argue quickly. They lose control easily. That's weakness. A Sigma doesn't react, they respond. They observe first. They understand the situation. They control their emotions instead of being controlled by them. Because emotional control is power. When you can stay calm while others panic. When you can stay focused while others break. When you can stay silent while others argue. You gain an advantage most people will never understand. Brick rule number 7, build yourself before you show yourself. Everyone wants to be seen. But very few are actually ready. A Sigma focuses on becoming, not showing. They invest in skills, knowledge, discipline, growth. They don't rush to display a half-built version of themselves. They take their time. They build in private. So when they finally step into the spotlight, they don't need to pretend. They are already prepared. Milky Way rule number 8, embrace loneliness as a tool. Most people fear being alone. They need constant noise, constant connection, constant distraction. But a Sigma understands something powerful. Loneliness is not weakness, it's a training ground. In solitude, you understand yourself. You clarify your goals. You build mental strength. While others are distracted, you are developing. While others are seeking attention, you are building value. And over time, that difference becomes everything. Rocket closing, Part 1. In a noisy world, success does not belong to the loudest. It belongs to the most focused. It belongs to the most disciplined. It belongs to those who can stay true to themselves when everything around them is trying to pull them in different directions. The Sigma path is not easy. It's quiet. It's lonely. It's misunderstood. But it leads somewhere most people never reach. Real freedom. Real control. Real success. Most people are trained to think in one way. Get a job. Work hard. Wait for a paycheck. But that path is fragile. One decision. One company change. One bad moment. And everything disappears. A Sigma doesn't depend on a single source. They build systems. They ask, how can I earn even when I'm not working? How can I multiply my effort? How can I create leverage? Because time is limited, but systems scale. It could be freelancing skills, digital products, YouTube content, affiliate marketing, online businesses. A Sigma doesn't chase money. They build machines that produce it. Mobile phone rule number 10, control social media, don't let it control you. Social media is one of the loudest places on earth. Everyone is posting. Everyone is comparing. Everyone is distracted. Most people become consumers. A Sigma becomes a strategic user. They don't scroll endlessly. They use it with intention. To learn. To build. To promote. To grow. They understand something critical. If you're not creating, you're being controlled. Instead of wasting hours watching others succeed, they use those same hours to create their own path. Brain rule number 11, develop mental toughness. Life will test you. Not once. Not twice. But again and again. Failure. Rejection. Doubt. Loss. Most people break. A Sigma adapts. They don't ask, why is this happening to me? They ask, what is this teaching me? Pain becomes fuel. Failure becomes feedback. Pressure becomes strength. Because mental toughness is not built in comfort. It's built in struggle. Compass rule number 12, clarity over chaos. The noisy world creates confusion. Too many options. Too many opinions. Too many directions. People start everything. And finish nothing. A Sigma is different. They choose a direction and commit. They don't chase every opportunity. They focus on one path at a time. Because clarity creates momentum. And momentum creates results. Gear rule number 13, master a high-value skill. In a world full of noise, skills speak louder than words. A Sigma doesn't try to do everything. They master something valuable. Something that solves real problems. Something people are willing to pay for. Examples: programming, video editing, copywriting, marketing, game development, AI tools. They go deep, not shallow. Because one powerful skill can change your entire life. Locked rule number 14, stay private, move smart. Not everyone needs to know your plans. Not everyone deserves access to your life. Oversharing is weakness in a competitive world. A Sigma understands privacy is power. They don't broadcast their next move, their income, their strategy. Because the more people know, the more noise enters your path, and the more distractions you invite. Move smart. Move quiet. Move focused. Puzzle piece rule number 15, build strategic relationships, not just friendships. A Sigma is not antisocial. They are selective. They don't chase crowds. They build connections that matter. People who challenge them, inspire them, push them forward. Because your environment shapes your future. Weak circles create weak results. Strong circles create strong outcomes. A Sigma chooses wisely. Fire rule number 16, take full responsibility for your life. No excuses. No blaming. No victim mindset. A Sigma owns everything. Their failures. Their mistakes. Their results. Because responsibility creates control. And control creates power. The moment you stop blaming others is the moment your life starts changing. Brain rule number 17, learn faster than others. The world is evolving fast. Skills become outdated. Trends change. Opportunities shift. A Sigma stays ahead by learning constantly. But not randomly. They learn with purpose. What helps them grow? What increases their value? What moves them forward? Because knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. Rocket closing, part 2. Now you see it. The Sigma path is not about isolation. It's about precision. It's about moving through a noisy world with clarity. While others are lost in distraction. While others are chasing attention. You are building leverage. While others are reacting. You are executing. Gear rule number 18, build systems, not willpower. Most people rely on willpower. I'll wake up early tomorrow. I'll start working harder. I'll stay consistent this time. But willpower fades. A Sigma doesn't depend on feelings. They build systems that force consistency. For example, fixed work hours, no negotiation. Daily task lists, non-negotiable. Distraction-free environments. Clear routines. Because when your system is strong, you don't need motivation. You just follow the structure. Repeat button rule number 19, win the boring days. Everyone is excited at the beginning. New goals. New plans. New energy. But after a few days, it gets boring. No results yet. No recognition. No excitement. This is where most people stop. A Sigma doesn't. They understand something powerful. Success is hidden inside repetition. Doing the same work. Again and again. Without immediate reward. That's where the real transformation happens. Brain rule number 20, control your inner voice. The loudest noise isn't outside. It's inside your mind. The doubt. The fear. The overthinking. You're not good enough. What if you fail? What will people think? A Sigma hears that voice, but doesn't obey it. They replace it with direction. This is hard, but I continue. I don't need approval. I finish what I start. Because your mind can either be your weapon or your biggest enemy. Brick rule number 21, delay gratification relentlessly. The world is built for instant pleasure, fast entertainment, quick dopamine, easy comfort. But these things destroy long-term success. A Sigma plays a different game. They choose work over distraction, growth over comfort, long-term success over short-term pleasure. They delay rewards now, so they can multiply them later. Fire rule number 22, stay consistent when it stops feeling good. There will be days when you feel tired, you feel lost, you feel like quitting. No motivation, no excitement, no energy. This is normal. But consistency is not about feeling good. It's about showing up anyway. A Sigma shows up when it's hard, when it's boring, when it feels pointless. Because they understand. Consistency beats intensity. Compass rule number 23, define your own version of success. The noisy world tells you what success looks like. Big house, luxury car, fame, attention. But a Sigma questions that. They ask, is this what I actually want? Because chasing someone else's dream leads to emptiness. A Sigma defines success on their own terms. Freedom, control over time, peace of mind, financial independence. Not noise, not validation, not comparison. Person in lotus position rule number 24, stay calm while others panic. When things go wrong, most people lose control. They panic. They rush. They make bad decisions. A Sigma does the opposite. They slow down. They think clearly. They act with precision. Because in chaos, calm is a competitive advantage. Crossed swords rule number 25, accept that you will be misunderstood. When you move differently, people will question you. Why are you so quiet? Why don't you go out more? Why are you always working? Some will doubt you. Some will judge you. Some will laugh. A Sigma doesn't explain. They don't argue. They don't seek approval. They understand. Not everyone is meant to understand your path. Locked rule number 26, protect your energy. Energy is more important than time. Because without energy, time is useless. A Sigma protects it by avoiding negative people, unnecessary drama, constant distractions, emotional exhaustion. They invest their energy only where it matters. Because where your energy goes, your life follows. Puzzle piece rule number 27, focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection is a trap. People wait. I'll start when it's perfect. I'll launch when it's ready. I'll act when everything is clear. And they never begin. A Sigma starts messy. They improve as they go. They focus on progress. Because action creates clarity. Not the other way around. Rocket closing, part 3. Now you see the difference. Most people start strong, lose focus, quit early. A Sigma starts quietly, stays consistent, finishes strong. In a noisy world full of distractions, the real power belongs to those who can stay locked in, day after day, without applause, without validation. Money bag rule number 28, turn skills into scalable income. Having a skill is not enough. Most people learn something and stop there. A Sigma asks a better question. How do I turn this into consistent money? Then a deeper one. How do I scale it? For example, a video editor builds a client base, then creates a content agency. A programmer freelances, then builds SaaS products. A content creator posts videos, then monetizes with ads, affiliates, products. The difference is leverage. A Sigma doesn't just trade time for money. They build systems where one effort creates multiple returns. That's how you escape limits. Brain rule number 29, learn the psychology of money. Money is not just math. It's behavior. Most people earn, spend, repeat. A Sigma studies patterns. How money flows. How wealth is built. How assets grow over time. They understand. Saving alone won't make you rich. Spending blindly will keep you stuck. Investing intelligently creates freedom. They don't chase money emotionally. They manage it strategically. Chart increasing rule number 30, build authority without begging for attention. In a noisy world, everyone is trying to be famous. Posting constantly. Chasing trends. Seeking validation. A Sigma builds authority differently. They share value, not noise. Focus on quality, not quantity. Let results speak. They don't need to go viral every day. They need to be respected over time. Because attention fades, but authority compounds. Fire rule number 31, play the long game. Most people want fast success. Quick money. Instant results. Overnight growth. That mindset destroys consistency. A Sigma plays long term. They think in months, years, decades. They understand. Slow progress with consistency beats fast progress that disappears. They don't rush. They build foundations that last. Brick rule number 32, stack small wins into big results. Success is not one big moment. It's small actions repeated daily. A Sigma focuses on completing tasks, improving slightly, moving forward consistently. Day by day, those small wins stack. And over time, they create unstoppable momentum. Compass rule number 33, know when to ignore opportunities. Not every opportunity is good. Some are distractions in disguise. Most people say yes too often. New ideas, new trends, new shortcuts. A Sigma is selective. They say no more than yes. Because focus requires sacrifice. And every distraction slows progress. Balance scale rule number 34, balance confidence with self-awareness. Blind confidence is dangerous. Self-doubt is limiting. A Sigma finds balance. They believe in themselves. But they also analyze their weaknesses. Improve constantly. Stay open to learning. Because real confidence is built on competence, not ego. Locked rule number 35, protect what you build. As you grow, new risks appear. Copycats, competitors, distractions, pressure. A Sigma stays alert. They secure their work. Keep improving. Stay ahead. Because building success is one thing. Protecting it is another. Person in lotus position rule number 36, don't let success change your discipline. This is where many people fall. They start winning. And then they relax. They lose structure. They lose focus. They lose edge. A Sigma does the opposite. When success comes, they become even more disciplined. Because they understand. What got you here must be maintained to keep you here. Crossed swords rule number 37, stay dangerous, but controlled. A Sigma is not weak. They are controlled. They have skills, intelligence, capability. But they don't show it unnecessarily. They don't act aggressively without reason. They stay calm, but capable. Because true power is not loud. It's controlled and ready. At this level, you're no longer just improving your life. You're building something others can't ignore. While the world is distracted, you are creating income, building systems, establishing authority, quietly, consistently, powerfully. Crown rule number 38, redefine success as freedom. At the beginning, success looks like money. Later, it looks like achievement. But at the highest level, success becomes freedom. Freedom of time. Freedom of location. Freedom of decision. Freedom from unnecessary stress. A Sigma doesn't want to be owned by their success. They want to control it. Because if your success traps you, it's just another form of failure. Brain rule number 39, build a life, not just income. Many people make money, but lose their life in the process. Constant stress. No time. No peace. A Sigma avoids that trap. They design their life intentionally. Work that aligns with their strengths. Time for growth and recovery. Space for thinking and clarity. Because money without peace is empty. And success without balance is fragile. DNA rule number 40, think in legacy, not just results. Most people think short term. What can I get now? A Sigma thinks deeper. What will remain after me? They focus on impact, value created, systems that last. Legacy doesn't mean fame. It means something you built continues to exist and help others, even when you're not there. Fire rule number 41, evolve constantly or become irrelevant. The world keeps changing. Fast. What works today may not work tomorrow. A Sigma never becomes comfortable. They learn new skills, adapt to change, upgrade their thinking. Because staying the same is the fastest way to fall behind. Person in lotus position rule number 42, master inner peace while chasing growth. At lower levels, it's all hustle. More work. More pressure. More grind. But at the highest level, you need calm within the chaos. A Sigma learns to stay focused without stress. Stay driven without burnout. Stay ambitious without losing peace. Because real power is not just external success. It's internal stability. Balance scale rule number 43, choose your battles carefully. Not every fight is worth your time. Not every argument deserves your response. Not every problem needs your energy. A Sigma doesn't react to everything. They select where to engage. Because attention is limited. And wasted attention is wasted life. Locked rule number 44, stay grounded, no matter how high you rise. Success can change people. Ego grows. Discipline fades. Focus weakens. A Sigma stays grounded. They remember where they started, what they struggled through, what it took to build everything. Because humility protects success. Ego destroys it. Puzzle piece rule number 45, build quiet confidence. At this stage, you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to show off, argue, seek validation. Your confidence becomes silent, calm, steady, unshakable. Because you know what you've built. And you know what you're capable of. Milky Way rule number 46, detach from the noise completely. By now, the noise doesn't control you anymore. Trends don't distract you. Opinions don't shake you. Negativity doesn't affect you. You see the world clearly. While others are reacting. You are choosing. While others are distracted. You are focused. This is the ultimate advantage. In a world that is loud, chaotic, and constantly pulling people in every direction, the Sigma chooses a different path. Not louder. Not flashier. Not easier. But stronger. You move in silence. Build with discipline. Think independently. Grow consistently. You don't chase attention. You don't depend on approval. You don't follow the crowd. You build your own direction. Step by step. Day by day. Without stopping. And one day, while the world is still making noise, they look up and realize you've already arrived.